There's a lot of monsters in this movie. I'm SirDinosaur from Planet X, and now it's time for a movie review. Okay, so first things first, this is a different kind of animated movie. It's not bright and colorful, it's black and white and spooky. It's made by this guy Tim Burton, who's known for making movies with a spooky style. Apparently a lot of people are into that because he's made several animated movies along with his live action ones. So here we go. The movie starts with the scene of a boy showing his home movie to his parents. It's a monster movie and it's got people in the city running away from a bad guy dinosaur. But the family dog Sparky plays a good guy dinosaur who saves people and defeats the bad guy dinosaur. So it all works out. Also, I appreciate that the bad guy dinosaur is a pterodactyl. Those guys are annoying. On Planet X, they think they can mess with you because if you roar at them, they just fly away. Also, the mayor of the town is next door and he's really grumpy and doesn't like dogs. He's babysitting this girl while her parents are gone. At school, there's a new science teacher with a name that's impossible to pronounce, and his classmates are a bunch of weirdos. There's his brooding neighbor Elsa Van Helsing, this goofy boy named Edgar E. Gore, Bob, Toshiaki, Nassor, and Weird Girl. Also, the main guy is named Victor Frankenstein, so that may give you a clue of where this is going. Victor's dad thinks his son is a loner, so he talks him to join the baseball team. So everyone's at the game, Victor plays in the game, and he hits the ball sky high off of Toshiaki's pitch. Everyone's brought their pets there. Elsa has a poodle and Weird Girl has a cat. Unfortunately, there's a gap in the fence, so Victor's big hit sends the ball into the street. Sparky gets all excited, so he runs to get the ball, and he gets hit by a car and dies. Oh man! This movie is off to a sad and brutal start, you guys. So Victor is really sad, but in school he learns about what happens when you zap a dead frog with electricity, so he gets an idea. Victor goes to the pet cemetery and digs up Sparky, then he puts together this whole mad scientist rig and siphons a bunch of lightning to zap Sparky real good. At first it seems like it didn't work, but then Sparky comes back to life. He looks like the dog version of a Frankenstein monster. Oh, that's why it's called Frankenweenie, because it's like a Frankenstein monster but a wiener dog. Anyway, Victor has to hide Sparky since he knows his parents will think what's going on is weird and messed up. Because it is, just to be clear. Weird Girl's cat sees Sparky and it's like, what the heck? Sparky's like, ooh, there's a cat. So he starts chasing it all over the place and trashes the neighborhood. Edgar sees Sparky, so he goes to Victor and gives him a hard time to pressure him into working together. They accidentally make an invisible goldfish. Meanwhile, the kids at school are getting all competitive about the science fair. Toshiaki is worried about rumors that other kids might have more impressive science projects than him, so he makes a janky jetpack and has Bob test it, and that doesn't go very well. The town blames the science teacher for making the kids be all crazy and reckless. He doesn't do himself any favors when talking to the parents, so the teacher gets fired. Now everyone starts finding out about Sparky. The other kids find out about how Victor used electricity to resurrect the animal, and Victor's parents find out and freak out. Sparky runs away and Victor has to find him now and get him back. Victor's rivals in science class all want to do even bigger, badder experiments than him. So now the other kids start doing their own experiments and of course they're really irresponsible about it. So everywhere in the town is getting zapped by lightning, but the effects are not the same for everyone. Victor just got his old dog back, but his classmates are now getting like mutant creatures and monsters showing up. For example, that one girl's cat accidentally gets zapped with a dead bat, so now there's like a weird bat-cat thing flying around. The Tokiyashi kid is now dealing with a kaiju-sized evil turtle, and Bob has got a swarm of creepy sea monkeys. So the monsters now start wreaking havoc everywhere, and it's getting all crazy. All the kids are running around and trying to escape these monsters, and they end up in the local carnival, and it's all dangerous. Luckily, Victor and Bob figure out that the monsters don't do well with salt, so they start using that. Also, one of the monsters accidentally electrocutes itself by biting on a nail embedded in Sparky, so Victor realizes they can use electricity to reverse the monster transformations. So they untransform the really big turtle kaiju and defeat it, but the bat-cat thing is still around and gives them a lot of trouble. They get all caught up in a windmill and it's attacking Victor and Sparky, and now the windmill's on fire and the bat-cat thing is kaput, and Victor is knocked out, so Sparky gets him out of there. Oh no, the Bat-Cat thing dragged Sparky into the windmill and it collapsed, and they're both dead. Now Victor is sad all over again. But his parents are like, hey, actually undead Sparky was cool, so everybody pitches in to use jumper cables to zap Sparky back to life, or undeadness, or whatever. It works and Sparky's back and all is well, I guess. I feel like the takeaway is pretty risky since it's saying basically that if you zap your dead pet back to life, then that's the solution to your problems. Everything got pretty scary too. This movie is fun, but it's scary, and I'm not so sure about the message at the end. Not for kids.